Hi there, everybody. Keith Schweigert here from Lancaster Online, running down your Week 3 Lancaster Lebanon League high school football scores. Let's start right from the top. We got a big matchup coming up next week in Section 3, Donegal and Garden Spot. Both teams improved to 3-0 tonight with impressive victories. We'll look at Donegal first. They knock off Palmyra 68-27. A lot of offense here for the Indians, obviously. Chris Trimby had 3 touchdown runs. Dylan Maxwell had 2. Donegal grinds out 482 rushing yards. A very impressive win. Maybe not so much for the defense, though. The Indians still gave up 474 yards and 27 points to Palmyra, so they got some things to clean up next week if they want to do better against Garden Spot. The Spartans knock off Conestoga Valley, their old Section 2 foes, 49-7. The Spartans take 3 interceptions back to the house. They had 5 picks in all. Mitchell Martin, the quarterback, had 2 touchdown runs and a touchdown pass for the Spartans. Very impressive. They, like Donegal, 3-0. Elsewhere, Manheim Township knocks off Carlisle 27-7. Congratulations to senior quarterback Brennan Scott. He joins the 5,000 career passing yard club. He had 188 passing yards and 3 touchdowns in the win for the Blue Streaks. They're 2-1 on the season. They've won 2 in a row. Manheim Central shakes off last week's loss to Hempfield by knocking off Daniel Boone 29-0. Colin Fry had 2 touchdown passes for the Barons, and Matt Carter took an interception 97 yards back to the end zone for Central. They are 2-1 on the season heading into Section 2 play. Another Section 2 team that picked up a win, Lampeter Strasburg. Great win for the Pioneers. They really needed one. They rallied to knock off Red Lion 21-17. Colin Shank, the freshman quarterback, hit Brandon Green with a 44-yard pass play to set up the winning touchdown. It was a short run by Ryan Lawler, and the Pioneers get their first win of the season. They improve to 1-2. Penn Manor knocks off Dallastown 24-7. Comets are 3-0. Charlie Bell had 2 touchdowns for Penn Manor, and the Comets are allowing 7 points per game. They've only given up a touchdown in each of their 3 games so far. Low-scoring game here, Warwick knocks off Ephrata 17-7. That's 2 wins for the Warriors here, 2 in a row. Austin Myers and Gabe Taylor had touchdowns for Warwick. Ephrata scored for the first time this year. They get a touchdown for Blake Weaver, a 9-yard touchdown run, but it's not enough to get the Mounts their first win of the season. They're 0-3. Hempfield suffers its first loss of the year. They get blown out by Central York 51-14. Central York has 457 total yards. Marquise Fells has 4 touchdowns. Hempfield, of course, was playing shorthanded. Rumor has it they had several players suspended. I know there were quite a few that didn't dress for the game. The coaching staff did not really get into why that was. And they got some even worse luck when their best runner, Joe Gamble, got hurt in the first quarter. He did not return. We don't know what his status is. So it's a tough loss for the Knights. They'll have to look to bounce back next week. Elsewhere, Lower Dolphin knocks off Elizabethtown 38-0. The Bears have now lost 16 straight games dating back to the 2010 season, and a good streak here for Lower Dolphin. They've pitched 3 straight shutouts here to start off the year, so they're very impressive. The game I was at tonight for my live blog, Cocalico falls to Governor Mifflin. The Eagles suffer their first loss, 28-14. Spencer Moser had a 75-yard touchdown run for the Eagles, but Governor Mifflin dominated this game. They had 341 rushing yards, really pushed Cocalico around a lot. I was surprised to see how much Cocalico's defense struggled. They'll have to bounce back in section play. They've suffered their first loss of the year, 2-1 on the season. McCaskey drops to 1-2 in the year. They lose to Exeter 30-14. Exeter has 395 yards. Deontay Cherry with a little bit of trickeration for the Tornado. He had an 18-yard touchdown pass, which is interesting because he's a wide receiver, but McCaskey falls to 1-2 in the year. Another 1-2 team here locally, Trinity knocks off Columbia 40-6. Adam Geiger, 5 touchdowns for the Shamrocks. Columbia now has lost 2 in a row. Pequea Valley suffers its first loss of the season, dropping a 25-6 decision to Octorara in the Braves Bowl. Both teams nicknamed the Braves, obviously. 347 yards and 3 second-quarter touchdowns for Octorara. That was a difference in this one. Hunter Smith helps PV avoid the shutout with a late touchdown run, but PV falls to 2-1 on the year. Solanco drops to 0-3 in the season, losing to Oxford 7-0. The Solanco's offensive woes just continuing here. They've been shut out twice in 3 weeks. They had 185 total yards tonight, so they're really struggling offensively. Berks County game here. Wilson knocks off Reading 31-12, bouncing back from Wilson's loss to Harrisburg last week. The Bulldogs outgained Reading 401-159 in total yards and improved to 2-1 on the season. In Lebanon County, the Cedar Bowl, Elko knocks off Lebanon 39-12. Adam Shoemaker, 4 touchdowns for the Raiders. Cameron Strauss had 2, including an 89-yard kickoff return. Elko is 2-1 under coach Bob Miller. Great start for them. Lebanon, they're just struggling. They scored their first points of the season, but they fall to 0-3. They are really, really in trouble at this point. Another Lebanon County team falls. Cedar Crest drops a 42-31 decision to Hershey. Zach Dreyer, 5 touchdowns, including 3 on the ground for Hershey. He also had 263 passing yards, and Cedar Crest falls to 1-2 in the year. Another Lebanon County team, Northern Lebanon. They suffer their first loss of the year, 34-13 to Hamburg. Vikings just had 178 yards of offense in this one. And finally, Anvil-Cleona, they fall to 0-3 in the year, 1-2 in the year, dropping a 28-6 decision to Schuylkill Valley. They had just 59 yards, including -8 rushing. So that's tonight's lineup. Don't forget, Lancaster Catholic will be in action Saturday at 4 p.m. in Altoona against Erie McDowell. So look to the huddle for the result of that one. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Have a great day, and we'll catch up to you again on Monday. Don't forget, live blog next week. It's going to be the Donegal Garden Spot game, that big Section 3 clash. I'll be coming to you from that one. Please join me. Hope to see you there. Thanks.